Welcome to the final episode of my EOLR tutorial series. This video is on the last EO case, which is the 2A2, so 2 on top adjacent and 2 on bottom that are misoriented. First case, we have the LR edges here. Now, in this case, usually you just do an M2 from any angle to get the arrow, but another way you can do this is to just switch two pieces. So for this EOLR, you do a U, and then you switch this with this. So if these two switch, we're going to have an arrow, and then this will be the back of the arrow, and this will be the side of the arrow, and it'll be good. So just M prime U to M to switch those two, and now we have this good arrow here. Here's the second case. This time they're opposite each other, so one of them is misoriented, one of them is oriented. There's two ways to do this. The first one is you just do M prime U M prime, and now we have this case where you just do an M, and we have misoriented. Or the other way to do it, if you don't want to do misoriented, is you start with a U, then you do M prime, and then you see how this is going to come to the back, and this is going to misorient. So now we have these two, and there's a oriented good arrow. Here's this case. We have one of them on the bottom, and then the other one oriented on the top. For this, all you do is M2. So basically this is going to come to the top and be the misoriented side edge, and this is going to be M2, the oriented back edge, like that. Or the other way you can do it is AUF and do M2, and now they're both on the top, so that's a little easier to look ahead to. This case we have both of the LR edges misoriented and on the top, and then obviously the other two. So here all we need to do is M2, and now we have that nice one move arrow case, so we U prime M, and now they're both on the bottom, and the rest of it's good with misoriented centers. Now this is actually the very last type of case for this EO, so these two and these two again, but the LR edges are on the bottom. So here you just do M prime U M prime, because this is going to do M2 and stay misoriented, and it's going to be a side edge. This one's going to orient and then move away, so it's going to stay oriented. So M prime U M prime, and then you have this good arrow. Now for this case, there's actually a lot of symmetry on the EOLR doc. There's about like 12 different cases written down, but taking a closer look at it, I see that it doesn't matter like if it's the left one or the back one that's the LR edge, or the front one or the back one, because you can just AUF it differently and then work it out by symmetry. So basically using those few types of cases I showed for this, you can solve all of the EOLRs for this. That's why it's such a nice case. So I hope this series was useful and it helped you understand EOLR, and then now you're able to implement it in solves.